You're back with Bobby and JJ Radio. If you're just joining us, I'm Sarah, your guest host, and today Bobby and I are talking all about holistic health. If you've missed any part of the show so far, don't worry. We upload the audio to our website every week at bobbyandjjradio.com. With me now is Brenda Bailey of Unlimited Possibilities 101. Brenda is a San Antonio native. She has 12 different certifications for alternative healing. She's been an entrepreneur for over 22 years, owned a sales company that did over $1 million in sales, and she is a theta healer. Is that right?
Actually, a theta healing master.
A master.
I was actually one of the first.
Is there like degrees of it?
Yes. And I was actually one of the first of 9 in the world to get that certification.
How do you get this? Oh, what is theta healing?
Yeah, let's talk about that first.
So people can tell me how they think and how they feel, but what you create in your life is what you believe. And a lot of what you hear out there, people say, oh, change how you think and you'll just change how you believe. But that's not how it works. And we actually hold our beliefs on a cellular level. So when you can change a person's belief on a cellular level, then the thoughts and emotions just follow. It's pretty phenomenal. It can help people spiritually, emotionally, physically, and it is the absolutely best thing that I've ever seen for trauma.
So theta healing is healing somebody at the cellular level?
Yes.
And how do you do that?
Well, as a practitioner, it's called theta healing because I go into a theta brainwave. So a session, like when somebody comes in and does it, what we do is we use kinesiology, we use muscle testing to discover what their beliefs are. Because again, people can tell me how they think and how they feel. They can tell me what's not working in their lives. If they could put those two together, they would have already done it by then.
So you can test people's muscles to see how they feel?
How they believe.
So you know what I believe by testing my muscle?
It's not necessarily what you think or feel.
Gotcha.
And most people are typically surprised at what their beliefs are.
And how did you become a master of theta healing?
I just took a whole lot of classes. You know, I always look at everything, and I often say I have 12 different certifications because I've just been on a journey of self-improvement for myself. I never thought, if you had told me 10 years ago that I would be a theta healing master, I'd have been like, no, you're high. That's never going to happen. I've been a strictly very mainstream business person. But I do believe in alternative healing. I do believe in holistic. But when I saw the difference that it made in my life, that's when I went, you know what? You know, do I want to do this or would I like to make a difference in the world? And I'd like to make a difference in the world.
Do you get a lot of people that are skeptic about the whole theta healing?
Yeah, because I'm the biggest skeptic and cynic. Of course, I love skeptics.
Okay, so you got to convince me because
right.
I'm that guy.
And that's the thing. I'm not going to be able to convince you in 7 minutes, but I often will invite people. Well, yeah, but I'm not that fast of a talker.
She's not a magician.
I know.
Bobby.
Thank you.
Master,
Thank you.
not magician.
Exactly. But I often invite people because I do a lot of networking. I work with a lot of mainstream. I say I'm a woo-woo person with a business background. So I appeal to anybody just regular mainstream because I'm not scary. I'm not going to be, chanting or doing things that may take people out of their comfort zone. Not that it's bad or anything. I do it myself, but I'd be able to work with people on a regular basis. So I work with a lot of very powerful, and I even say men and women who are very mainstream and they see a difference in their lives. And I even do a 3-month coaching program and they'll move on to that. Because my big thing is that when you block those beliefs, when you move it, people can move into a happier, more prosperous state of mind and just energetically. And often people who work with me, because I love entrepreneurs and solopreneurs, they just start making more money.
I really love your energy, but can you tell us, what do you use to test people's muscles?
We do the fingers, right? So there are many ways to muscle test. Dr. Mitchell can tell you that. You can either stand or you can do the arm, but we use your hands. It's like a science experiment when people come to see me. So we do the muscle testing. We discover what the constant is, which is your yes and no. We discover what beliefs need to change. I do the theta healing. I go into a theta brainwave. We do the changes, and then we do the muscle testing to confirm that it has changed.
But you said you use your fingers to test?
To do the muscle testing.
So Bobby doesn't know. Like I've actually done this before, which is really crazy. So I think when you basically hold your fingers like that, right? Like in a circle, like you're giving the okay sign. And then they ask you a question, and if it's a yes, so your fingers don't budge, right? Like
well, it's different for most people. The yes doesn't budge.
Okay,
that's why we discover what your constant is.
Yes. Yeah. And then whatever the other answer is, your fingers will just. And it's crazy because I don't tell my hand what to do. Like I've done this before, and it's like it will move or not move. It's really kind of
it's kind of interesting because what I tell people is that for most people, yes, the yes is tight, right?
Yes.
It won't. And if it's a yes, I could take 2 18-wheelers, put them on either side of your fingers, and try to pull them apart, and it will not pull apart.
Very
If that's your yes or no, it doesn't matter whichever one it is. But if the type, you can't pull it apart. And if it's the no, it'll just come apart.
So then once you establish somebody's yes or no.
Let me get an example. So you're going to ask me a question, right?
Yes.
I'm doing this. Yeah.
This is for our YouTube watchers.
Give me one question.
Okay, so what I do is that, let's go ahead and relax, and you put your fingers together, and I want you to hold it tight enough to where I can't pull it apart.
Okay, so I'm going to narrate
tight.
what's happening here.
Hold tight. Okay.
Brenda
Right.
is
So say my name
putting
is
Bobby's
Bobby.
fingers
My name is
in
Bobby.
the bouquet.
Okay. Say my name is Brenda.
My name is JJ.
Okay. So you have a little break there, right? That tells you what it is. I'm like this, so I can't really like. Okay, there you go. So say I'm in Houston.
I'm in Houston.
Yeah. So it's still going to break.
Yeah.
Even though you want to finger wrestle me and you want me to really...
I'm kind of powerful.
Right. And you have very strong hands. Like, you could be a massage therapist. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
And I often say, if you want to finger wrestle me, let's come and let me do a little work. Let's just see that you can do it. What happens is that, like, when I have a skeptic and they're doing something like that, and men I'll be like, please don't finger wrestle me. Kind of help me out here. Once you kind of start to see what's going and that it's not,
So
going to be...
why don't they use this like for lie detectors?
Because we can't put it on paper to where people can see what the proof is. I mean, I'm thinking
not like
that
a
in a
line
court of law,
graph,
you got to have something like that, right?
Well, listen, if you want to experience theta therapy, we highly recommend Brenda. You can find her at 210-369-8693, or you can email Brenda at unlimitedpossibilities101.com.
I'm actually very interested. I really want to read a lot more about this, to be honest.
I think, Bobby is very excited, and I think he's going to be tested.
And we're
as soon
all
as-
shocked and
while we're at
surprised and
commercials.
pleased, right?
We are. Hey, when we come back, we'll see what Bobby's yes and no is. It'll be great. Stay tuned. You're listening to Bobby and JJ Radio.